Okay, yeah. Cheeky. You're being very cheeky.
That's not like me at all. What do you mean?
No.
I'm innocent. What? So this is the morning where we're waking up in the Marigold house.
You were in Marigold's house? Oh, yeah, you guys were on the boat.
Mm-hmm. You know, taking those baby steps, apparently. I would... Well, I mean, I guess it depends what time it was when all the pleasantries were completed on the boat.
Pleasant. Jesus. Wow. Way to sterilize a romantic evening. Pleasantries were completed on the boat. Yeah, Yoshi. All right. Do you go to the town meeting that morning?
Yes, 100%.
All right, let's put you in a town hall. With Valdi and Griselda. And they are discussing things. Valdi smiles at you. She seems to now have a common thing to talk with you about. So, as friendships do build over a common goal,
Yep.
she greets you. Haz looks different in this token. We keep changing.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a change up.
he's aged considerably.
Well, I mean, all that time, you know, worrying about everything else, it gets to you eventually.
It's been rough for him. He comes in and wonder if I should change my token back because he doesn't supposed to look like that, but I mean, he's kind of got that pompous air about him. I might keep him like that too. Mm-hmm. Are the viewers going to remember that he's looked completely different? He's had work done? Haz is discussing with the group, and you start to overhear as he's like, a new group of adventurers coming in would only add to the help we need if we keep having people that are constantly leaving off, that we're not getting our jobs done. I feel like it wouldn't be rude. It's just business. And Griselda is shaking her head and putting her hand up like she has a headache.
Yep.
As you come into this.
Running away. It's a bit rich coming from you.
Hello, Zenathor. All alone today, I see. Where are your friends? Yes, it has.
Well, at least I have friends.
I have friends and acquaintances and women.
Right. You keep believing that. Okay.
And I know where all of them are.
I know where mine are as well.
We were just talking about paying another group to get what we need to get done in Leilon. Maybe a little competition might do you some good.
Competition. Why? Why do you think you need competition?
I don't need competition. I'm fine. I think we need a group of people that will do what they're told when they're told. Much like the military force I'm trying to build.
I'm sure that the reasons why the party decided to do what they needed to do, it was important to them.
Not important to you. Are you the leader of this team?
There's no leader of the team. We all seem to believe that we all have our own leadership qualities and we step up and fill in that role when it's needed and required. When the right skill set is needed. I step up when it comes into battle. Zenora steps into when there's information that needed to be required or detained or thought out of. And Radalak
Is gone.
at the request of family.
Vilfin didn't seem to want to stick around. He seems to be hammering out some things of his own.
Well, I'm sure, as you know, being in the military, sometimes you find that it just wasn't the right choice. Maybe other priorities seem to fit more than the original plan. It happens in life. Doesn't matter whether you're an adventurer, whether you're in the military, or whether you're running a ship or leading a town, let alone a region. Priorities come and go, they change. Doesn't mean that those choices are incorrect. It's what's important to the person at the time.
We need people that Leilon is the most important thing at the time. Don't you agree? And Griselda is like, has enough. Enough. They're paid to do favors for us. They're not paid to take your shit, has. Zenathor, I appreciate you sticking around, saying that the town is taken care of.
I got a lot of time. Well, I wouldn't say I got a lot of time to kill, but until everybody returns, my number one priority is making sure we have that boat ready to go so that we can go set sail and have a look at this dragon requirement. But other than that, yes, I'm happy to help around Leilon as you see fit.
You do not have to go on this dragon requirement, as you say. It is optional. I mean, we don't know how it got here, but Zamaruntos is very powerful. It hasn't been seen from since, so her insight and foreshadowing would come in handy to see what's going on for Leilon with the undead surrounding us and these cultists everywhere, which brings me to a favor that I have not put on the board. If you could patrol the town today. And Haz goes to interrupt, clearly upset with this idea, and she puts her hand up. I would be most grateful, just to make sure we aren't caught with our pants down. Should we see some more zombies or anything like that?
As you wish. Where am I patrolling today?
Just around the outer perimeter. A little bit near
All
your
of
land.
the perimeter or a section of the perimeter?
A little bit near your lands. There's been reports, I don't know if you know, near your lands, some cultist activity. But there are rumors that they've been in the area. I've been trying to get some word from phandalin to see if they have anything similar, but it's hard to find a good messenger these days.
Well, I mean, we do know that prior to us going to on the cliffs, that they were looking to set up shrines all over, up and down the Sword Coast. We definitely ran into cultists in Phandalin when we were last there. Funnily enough, we also ran into the undead. Interesting enough, there was the shrine at the inn, halfway between here and Phandalin, and the map clearly showed there was other places, so I would not be surprised if cultist activity is still very high in this area, let alone up and down the Sword Coast.
He says it is a huge setback, what you did on the coast for Talos. They're not happy. The storms have subsided, and I don't know what that dreadnought ship you went to was about, but clearly two gods or two factions are at odds with one another. And we're caught in the crossfire.
Yes. Kind of makes me wonder why this area, and let alone why two factions or groups that worship two separate gods are interested in what's going on in this area, let alone be against each other at the same time. So it raises more questions than anything else.
That speaks up. Surely our guards are patrolling to your specifications, Griselda. Like, we don't need this Leonin to do what I'm doing. Surely he can.
What it is that you are doing?
My job as a guard, setting up the barracks in the new tower, patrolling, being in charge of security, not playing pirates out and about in town. And he shakes.
So don't run away when trouble comes.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you forget our very first meeting.
I mean, trouble's all over, and I see you guys running away a lot. And Griselda gives him a look, even though she's short of stature. It's a look that he needs to stop. And he just shakes his head but smirks at you and does the whole dick move of shoulder bumping you on his way out. And
Nate will just take it because he'll take it, but he'll stand tall and strong just to show that he is in the presence of the council, but also to let them know you can try your best, but it's not good enough.
Valdie leans forward. You know, I could teach you to summon a demon on him. It's just a thought. No one will have to know. And you realize that as she leaned forward, her lips didn't move. So, it was ascending.
Kind of, a little toothy, smirky grin.
Jeez.
And he'll quickly step out of it, and he will apologize to the council.
Griselda says, I'm sorry that I don't know why I'm apologizing. He should be apologizing. I could see about making him apologize if you like. But unfortunately, I'm not in charge of the hiring here yet. But if we keep Leilon up and running as we will, Neverwinter could make me in charge, and that could change. So just, if you could.
I'll behave.
Yeah. Well, do your best.
I'll do my best, yes. But, fair warning, I will defend myself if I have to.
Well, I can't fault you for trying to defend yourself now, can I?
Exactly.
He has powerful relations, which is why he's here. So, with that, I won't keep you any longer. You've got things you got to do. When you find information straight away, that's fine. If it is of importance, if it's eradicated or found anything, use your best discretion. Prove to us that you don't need to be watched at all, which will be a kick in his side itself. That you're more competent than he is.
That would be a shame, wouldn't it?
And Griselda is fully aware the door is wide open, so she is talking loud enough, like she's not... Yeah. It would be a real shame. I'll see you later, Zenathor.
Alright.
And you leave, and we'll take you back out.
Yep.
Do you need any supplies in this sunny day in Leilon? The clanking of Mavina at the anvil.
That is one place Nate has had on his bucket list to go to, is the Dawnhammer, for sure.
You go in. Ah! Zenathor. Good to see you. I didn't think anyone was here anymore. It's been quiet.
It is good to see you again.
My no
Mavina.
good half-bearded husband back yet? God, I miss him.
I have not seen him. I did hear that he went after Radalak, though.
Yes. He's a loyal one.
No. I mean, Vulfin will look after Radalak, and Radalak will look after Vulfin, so I think as much as they are an odd couple per se, they've got each other's backs. They won't let anything happen to each other.
You know, Radalak, I don't know if you know, he used to sneak in here, his horns getting caught in the doorway, to have some of that stew I'd always make. And he'd stay the long time, chatting it up. I kind of miss that. You should come for the stew sometime.
You know, still owe you that drink, don't I?
Ah, I'll never say no to anyone owing me a drink.
Well, how about I'll bring over the drink and you can provide some of that stew that I hear about.
Be good to get some more muscle on your bones. Muscle on your muscles there.
What? These guns aren't good enough?
They're good enough for some people in town, I've been noticing.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not blind.
Well, you would hope not, because that would make your job a bit difficult.
Mm-hmm. She seems like a nice girl.
She is, and it's strange that just a short period of time, even though we're so different in many ways, they're also similar in many ways, and it's confusing sometimes.
That's how Vilfin and I were at the start too. It's too stubborn to find anybody else, and he puts up with me and I put up with him, and it was love at first sight.
Now he's back.
Now he's back.
After all that time.
Sometimes when people run away, they've got to go find their own way. And you've just got to trust that they love you enough to be back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what makes what we do all that more hard. You want to stay, but you also know that you've got a path that you need to follow.
I think
Sometimes
Ema's
it's
like you. Sorry.
how do you figure that?
Well, Ema's got someone in town that he's smitten over, and it seems like they're going to get married, and yet I feel like Ema looks like he's a bit of a runner. Not knowing which way is best to stay or to go. Wanting to stay and wanting to go.
I think Ema just likes the Pride Walk.
The Pride Walk. This a Leonin thing.
Yeah. It's like, you go out and search for the things that are out there, but eventually you always return home. You always return back to your pride.
And who is your pride? Your brother and your sister here?
My pride currently is the team. They're one of my prides. Zenathor and Teo. Yes, we're family and we're a pride by blood and birth. But a lot of that was destroyed many years ago. I don't know whether you call it fate or whatever. But it at least brought me and Zenathor back. Teo, that I'm unsure whether it's just luck, whether it's fate, whether they believe it or not. Yes, they're my pride as well, and they'll always be my pride, and I will always do what I can for them.
I saw that brother of yours always going down to that rundown building that used to be a shop down in the town. He seems, your brother seems like a nice guy. I'll give him shit, but he seems to be very honest with exactly who he is. I could be wrong. He doesn't come in here much.
I think he's still finding his way here. He doesn't know enough about the town or the people to know who's the who. But the Teo that I knew and the Teo that's today, I'm putting what happened in the past aside enough for us to continue on what we both feel that we need to do. Now, whether time heals all wounds, I don't know. That's yet to be decided. I also know there is something different about him, and I don't know what.
Vilfin came back a little bit different as well. We all carry some scars from our battles. They change us, so...
Not only do they change us, but they can also forge us to who we want to be.
Oh, love that you're making forge analogies. See what you did there. You have coffee in the morning. I don't know what Leonin's.
Of course we do.
All right. And she goes inside and she's going to bring back out a coffee.
She'll take a... Wait till it's all poured and we'll take his cup.
You drink it. There is a strong hit of whiskey in the coffee.
I see you like your coffee strong in the morning.
It's a good way to wake up. My favorite part of the day.
Yeah. Gets the brain ticking straight away. And the heart.
Yeah, it helps with those boring town meetings I bet you're going to. Ugh. Bleh. Well.
Well, yes, it's interesting that they want me part of their meetings, but...
Now, my husband's been itching to go on your pride walk with you again. He likes the forge, but he's been wandering too long. So...
Well, I can't speak for the rest of the crew, but if he wants to come back, and obviously with the blessings that are needed, he's more than welcome anytime to fight side by side. Might be one of the counterbalances we need.
I just hope when it's all over, you guys stick around and don't wonder. But that would be going against who you are, isn't it? So
I don't know what's in store for me. I don't know what a Leonin would do.
maybe start.
But I got nothing to go back to.
Start your own little pride somewhere.
That's not always up to me, though. But
Well, I mean, it would take another party member, but
I think yes, of course it would. But it also has to be something that they want as well.
and you got Zenora and Tio. Start your own golden claw. Pride on the hill.
Yeah. That would certainly give an extra boost to the name of Leilon. He takes a little
Is it true?
a long sip of his coffee.
She takes a drink of her coffee. Is it true that your portrait is hanging up all in oil with a beautiful golden gilded frame in a shop somewhere?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? I was told when Harbin Wester was coming through here that you guys are showcased in town somewhere. And I'm wondering if Wilfin has an oil painting of himself. I have to buy it and put it in the living room just to piss him off. He would love it.
Yeah, I could see you actually doing that.
Can
I
you
don't
see
know
his
why.
face?
Yeah, and the first words that will come out of his mouth would be "oh crap."
See, you already know him.
And you know he'll burn it down. You realise that?
Yes, he
That'll be
will.
the first. You'll burn it.
I'll wait till he pisses me off and then I'll put it up. Like, I'm sorry, darling. Here you go.
Yeah. Remind me to get rid of mine.
Ah. Well, I hope to see you all again soon. I'm a bit worried about Radalak. I hope he's alright.
If Filfin's with him, he'll be fine.
I know. What'd you stop in for?
I'm looking for a bit of and he flicks his claw against his current chainmail. I'm looking for an upgrade.
Oh. What are you looking
I seem to be taking on more of a battering role. I feel that I need to, be able to take a few more hits, minimize the impact.
What are you wearing right there? Mavina's gonna look you over. And she's gonna look you over and look at your armor and walk around you. And she's a little dwarf with a shock of red hair with the white streaks in it. And she's gonna tug on things and just get up all in your grill, like really like shaking it around and sizing you up and measuring and asking you specific questions. And when are you needing it? You needing it by tomorrow?
You're going to be ready. I've got when the rest of the team returns back from their business, we're setting sail. So it would be lovely to have it ready by then, which is, I think, was 3 days. It's going to be another few more days before they all return back, I think.
I've actually been being a bit of a cheater, and I've actually been sizing y'all up, knowing you'd come to me. I can take some armor I've got in the back and kind of strengthen it up for you, so it won't take as long. So I can do that. If you come back when it's finished, have a look it over. We talk price. Family rates, as Vilfin says. So
They will just take out 200 gold and just put it on the table, down payment.
I don't think it'll cost that much, but I'll accept it as a security deposit. Thank you.
Very well. Good idea. Security deposit. I like that.
Any special emblems or fancy stuffs? I know that Zenora wanted me to make a scimitar with some flames and things like that on it that I was working on. So, you want the same?
You'll point to the symbol that is on, on the shield that she did.
No lightning bolts, and she gives you a wink.
You kind of... Oh.
You sure? They help in a storm.
Well, depending on who you think they're helping.
What better way to say feck off than having his very own symbol on your shield as you're slaughtering his brethren? Huh?
And he kind of pulls around his. But she would have seen as she was sizing him up the cloak that he's got where all the pins are.
Oh,
he's been collecting.
That's probably why she did it.
If there's another unique design that you could maybe devise, that will kind of give him the feck you vibe. Put it on the heart breastplate. I trust your work.
I know right where to put the lightning bolt. Trust me. He tries to keep a straight face.
and it's at this point he will wink back and go, yeah.
All right.
Well, I got to get out of here. I got patrolling to do for the town today. So You can leave word at the town hall, or no, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
I'm up on that plot of land.
Will do.
All right. Well, thank you, Mavina. It's good to see you again, and we'll bring over that drink.
All right. I'll be here anytime for that.
Aye.
Bring friends. Drinking's always better with a group.
That it is. That it is. And Nate will then sort of give that sort of acknowledgement nod, and will then head out and head towards the area that he was told to go and patrol.
All right. As you go out patrolling, roll your first roll of a perception. Your perception is 9, so we're going to make this an active perception.
Perception, huh?
Yes. All alone and so perceptive. Oh, well, look, you got a 9 anyway. Wow.
It's like the dice knew.
I don't want to give spoilers, but I can give this spoiler. Drax rolled 3 nat ones, like, in the first 10 minutes. Let's try to beat that.
Okay. Oh, so you want me to get 4? Okay,
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm the DM. Of course I want you to get nat ones. All right. Oof. You go and don't notice anything. You do notice 3 guards in the corner of the inn as you're looking, like, say if you're walking around on the boardwalk.
Yep.
You notice them playing a game of dice.
Would I recognize any of them?
You know, just the 3. So you know all the guards. There's only like maybe 4 in total. You know the one that you saved from the lizard folk.
Yep.
You know Gory, the little dwarf guy that's aged when he was running out of the tower. You know, Cause, his friend. And they are... I forgot the name of the last one. And then there's Haz. And they feel that that's pretty much all Leilon needs. Steady patrol of the corners, back and forth. And...
Haz is there? Okay.
Well, Haz is not there. But 3 out of 4 of them. So Haz is the only one missing. All 3 guards are shooting craps, basically. Rolling dice. Down on the boardwalk.
So Nate will take note of that, and he'll actually walk over to him and says, busy day today, fellas.
Oh, Gory's like, hey, do you want in?
Sure.
Okay. 6s and 5s are the win. The bet's 20 silver right now.
Nate will put down 20 silver.
You need to roll 5 dice. And I will roll 5d6. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I got a 1, 6 and a 1, 5. You got 1, 5.
So I got a 6, 5, 4, and 2 3s.
I got a 6, 5. No, wow. I think I win. Do I win? I do win. You got 2 nat ones. Look at you. Do those count towards our goal? So Gory takes the 20 silver from you. But he feels really sheepish about this because he knows he's not supposed to be on duty. So he's feeling like slowly looking at you as he takes it. Well, that's a tough luck there.
Very tough, and he puts down another 20.
And he's looking around. You can roll perception to see who he's looking for, or you can just roll your 5d6. It's up to you.
Let's see how perceptive Nate actually is. There you go. He's too busy putting down his money.
And you've now tied Drax. With a 0 perception, you're like, ooh, I could probably win this.
Yep.
2 6s. Ooh, you win.
So what's on the cards today?
Are you talking to me, Zenathor? There he says.
And he's looking at the other three. Well, the only three that are around here, aren't you not?
We're on duty. Just taking a brief break. We did a round a couple minutes ago and nothing's there, so we were just stopping by, checking in with each other, and getting back to it.
Well, you don't have to worry about me. You know my thoughts about a certain person.
Growler?
No. You're the one that's supposed to lead you.
Oh, I mean, he's the best boss ever.
He puts down another 20 silver. Sure he is.
And I'm saying that because it's one of the automated sayings that I've got. That's the best boss ever. What'd you get? I got 1 5 and 1 6.
2 6s, a 5.
You're cleaning
3
that
and 1.
All right. Highest number. Because I'm rolling for all three of them, basically.
Yep.
Another 80 silver. I feel like you're just, I can't really afford too much more on the pay they give us. Maybe one more round. But I mean, Haz lets us do whatever we want.
Does that worry you?
That we get to do whatever we want?
Yeah.
No. Why? Should it?
I mean, it's just an interesting perception that someone allows you to do whatever you want.
Well, I mean, if we do whatever we want, he gets to do whatever he wants. Which is usually napping, cause or drinking at the inn.
Wouldn't happen to know where he naps. And he puts down 160 silver.
Shit. 160 silver.
Yeah, so all the winnings that he's got,
Yep.
he's putting that back. He's not gambling it. He's putting it down as a. Wouldn't have to know where he's at. So he puts down the 160, and then he'll put down 3 gold. one for each.
I mean, usually he naps in broad daylight in the town hall in his office with the door cracked open so he can hear the meetings. Or he'll nap, next to the fishery where Valdi lives. I think he's got it like in 4. I'm not sure.
And Griselda and Valdi and Marigold, they have no idea?
No. Are you kidding me? If the Growler knew, she'd probably tear his asshole.
Wouldn't you love to see that?
But then... No, but then she'd make us work. Like, you see, we kind of have it kind of easy. And I don't want to be in that tower. And even though they're fixing it up, something's going on in there. It just gives me the creeps.
Something going on?
Well, Galio's kind of, he's better. He's not ranting and raving. But, I don't know. He seems pretty focused.
Focused on what?
Just his books and his papers. Rebuilding the whatever the thing is at the top. He's been sent by the king or whatever, so.
If I understand you've got this job easy, or it appears to be easy, but don't forget, the towns look to you for the protection.
Are you persuading or intimidating?
It's
a gray area.
It's kind of, it's kind of, it's definitely in the middle. It's kind of like he's intimidating in a kind of, a polite way, but in the same way, it's kind of like, you realize that if he's having it easy and you're having it easy, people find out. You may not be here. You may be reassigned to somewhere else. That's a lot worse.
I'm not gonna snitch on our boss.
I'm not saying you have to snitch on your boss. You're good people. I just would not like to see you fall because someone that you're falling into the same traps as what he is. What happens if you move on from here and you find a much better appointment and your laziness comes through, you get caught out, you'll be sent back, or worse. What I'm saying is just make sure that the choices that you're making because of someone that leads you doesn't come back and bite you.
Well, persuasion. I feel like it's persuasive. Oh, look at you. Charisma. They nod. And they give you... they push the silver, like, you earn that silver. Look, I'll take your gold, but you earn the silver.
Keep the silver. I only came in just to have a bit of fun. I'm not here to take hard earnings away. I don't get to do this very often. Keep your hair out of trouble.
Yori touches his bald head.
And kind of gives him the, the sort of military sort of salute handshake thing, and he will head off and go to his patrol area.
You go to your patrol. You're patrolling, basically, you see them get back to their guard posts in the towers. They've got pretty much the inside covered. So you're going around to the outside of your lands, but deep down in the bottom, not where the cliffs or anything. And you're looking around. I'll give you a choice if you want to make perception or survival to see tracks. Like survival if you want to see tracks, perception if you just want to make a general look around.
Here we'll look. Yeah, we'll go survival because he's recalling what was said about cultists being in the area and stuff like that. So he'll be specifically looking for any potential any potential tracks in the area. Right. Okay, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. You see several sets of tracks. Humanoid, boot prints.
Now, knowing that these guys were cultists, they weren't very heavily armed or armored.
Yeah. The tracks are heavy. They're light.
Yeah. With that roll, can you determine how old the prints are?
You know, it rained last night, which you had to quickly pack up your stuff on the boat a little bit. So there was like a slight drizzle. And you took your dinner to the inn. And so, you know, it rained. And these tracks look like they're in the fresh mud. Not rained upon.
Okay. And the direction they go in, do they all go in the same general direction, or are they sort of... Yep. And is the footprints going one way, or does the set of footprints look like that this is a regularly travelled area, so there's possible back and forth?
They go in one direction.
One direction, and this... Yeah, okay. Is it a very open area, or is there like trees,
Are you able
bushes?
To see where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it looks like. Trees, openish area. The tracks start to lead this way.
Okay. And the map, like, so that is sort of like the width of the path and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So at about this point here, Nate is going to put down his hunting trap. And what he's going to do is set that, but also cover it with leaves and branches and whatnot, just to hopefully to keep it hidden.
Nice. I like it. Others.
He's just he's just got the feeling in case something is either continues coming back up this way, or if he finds anything that may force him out, it might be something that would maybe at least get one of them.
Get you roll one more perception as you're looking around as you're setting down your trap.
Okay.
Not bad, actually.
That's actually not a bad one for that. I think that's one of his better perception
I know.
rolls.
I was setting it for 10, knowing you were passive at 9. I was like, oh, okay. You see, as you look around over this way, like in this little part here,
Yep.
a campfire was starting to be built, not lit yet.
Oh, okay.
As if they're still looking for some wood.
All right. So if that's the case, then Nate would put it kind of down here.
All right. You start to hear noises as you're finishing setting your trap.
Okay. Nate will then quickly put himself sort of this side of the tree, so trying to give himself the most coverage, so sort of keep himself hidden.
You hear talking. Fairlight's gonna be pretty pissed. She's already upset with all of us for not saving her ass. We need to get it together while they're still in phandalin. And they're talking to each other, and they're coming up. Are there stats on your trap that I need to know? Do they just get held? I do believe it. I think it does have some damage.
Okay, let me just pull it up. So it says, when you use your action to set it, this trap forms a sawtooth steel ring that snaps shut when a creature steps on the pressure plate in the center. The trap is affixed by a heavy chain to an immobile object. The creature that steps on the plate must succeed on a DC 13 or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving.
He's going to start putting his wood down. He's going to start walking over, and he's going to get to make his saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
Which is a DC 13 on a dex?
Yes.
Okay. Oof. All right. So he failed. So he's going to take, how much did you say again?
A 1d4
Do you
piercing damage.
Want to roll that since it's your trap?
Okay. 3 and stops moving.
All right. For how many turns does he have to work on the trap to get it loose?
Thereafter, until the creature breaks free of the trap, its movement is limited by the length of the chain, typically 3 foot long. The creature can use its action to make a DC 13 strength check free in itself or another creature within reach on a success.
Strength check, 3 feet.
And each failed check deals an additional 1 piercing damage to the trapped creature.
Saying, what the fuck? Ah! And he's going to scream out. Because that would hurt like a son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. And they're going to start looking around. Do you choose to come out, or do you choose to stay stealth? You could take this as an advantage surprise if you wanted.
Yeah, so Nate so the two that are not trapped, where are they moving towards? Like what area?
Well, I would assume one's going to move. Whoops, I'm sorry. One's going to move for him to see what's wrong, not knowing.
Yep.
And one's going to draw their dagger, stay stationary. And this one's probably going to move forward to see what's wrong. Oh, there you go. That's much more handy. Instead of me constantly asking. All right. So you do have the advantage of surprise. If you'd like to roll initiative, you can still get your first hit in, and then we go into the turn.
Yep. Okay.
Or if you want to flee or whatever, you tell me what you want to do.
No, Nate is not going to
didn't
flee
think
from
so.
Cultist. Okay, so initiative.
Okay, well, yeah. I'll roll for them. I'll roll in all NPCs. Roll the NPCs. 1! You've beat Drax. Oh my god. I didn't think it could be done. Alright. Now, regardless of what this turn says, you're going to get the first attack. So.
Yep. Alright, so he will... Yeah, he will just move straight out on this one here. Oh, looks like I don't have control.
What? Okay, let me check real quick before we start.
Oh, because it's not my combat turn, that's why.
Oh, well, I will skip to you. Now you can go.
Yep, okay. So he will go straight out that one. And we'll just longsword attack. 10 and second 16
Alright,
to hit.
He is AC of 12, so first one misses, second one does hit.
Yep.
He's going to take the 6 slashing.
Yep.
And oof, you hit him hard. Do you have anything else you want to do? What's your bonus action?
For now, no. For now, he just stands tall.
It's kind of handy that you're last, because now we can just go to the top of the order. And this guy is stuck in his trap. He's going to try and do the strength check.
Mm-hmm.
It's a check. Ooh.
Fail.
Oh. It's pretty good for his strength. He's pretty sure.
But he takes an additional 1 point of piercing.
Nice.
For that fail.
So he's like, get it off, get it off. And that is an action to do. Let's see, does he have any bonus actions at all? He is gonna do Shield of Faith on himself as his bonus action. And give himself a +2 to his AC. As he sits and tries to concentrate with a steel trap. I'm going to probably make a concentration check because he's in a trap and that would hurt like hell. So the next is the cultist here. He is going to move toward you. He's not going to help his friend. 19.
Just hits.
Yes, you're gonna take the 7.
Yep.
Slashing. That is all he can do. He does not have any other things on him. He was not prepared for a battle. He was prepared for reconnaissance. So the next one is this cult fanatic over here. He is going to try. Melee spell attack. I want to see if I click this. Is there a range? I don't see a range.
It's touch.
Yeah. Because it's melee. He's going to get up in your griddle. And he's going to try and do the inflict wounds on you. Which is going to absolutely miss you. Because He sees your imposing Leonin presence towering over him and is a bit thrown off. The cultist that you've just hit is going to try and hit you back with a nat 1. I accidentally rolled twice, sorry.
That's all right.
It is in your favor, and it is your turn.
All right. So Nate kind of Zal looks at him and he's kind of like, there's kind of like a bit of a chuckle from him, and he's gonna use his conquering presence.
Ooh.
So as an action, force chosen creatures within 30 foot to make whiz saving throw, or they become frightened for 1 minute. So basically, every one of the cultists here need to make a wisdom save.
Let me check and see if the one's different than the other on their wisdom. Otherwise, I'll just use... They are. Okay. So I'll roll 2 wisdom saves on one and 2 wisdom saves on the other. That's a 19. Is that a save?
Succeeds.
Fail.
Fail.
And then we're the fanatical spell casting people. 14.
Fails.
And... Oof. It's not my day.
Fails.
It's not my day. Alright. So one of them succeeded. We're going to say that is the... it'd be one of the cultists.
Yep.
We're going to say is this fella. Everyone else is frightened, yes?
Yes.
And within 5 feet, we cannot move.
10 foot.
Within 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So is this fella 10 feet? I do believe he is.
Ish.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Everyone can't
But
move.
Alright.
Except the one that succeeded.
Yep.
Oof. This is cool.
So as a bonus action, I am going to cast spiritual weapon. I don't know why that decided to roll.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So he would cast, get it to hit there,
Okay.
and the one that tried to inflict wounds would have been the one that he would aim for.
This one, yeah.
Yep. So did you just want me to re-roll that? Or will the 12 hit?
12 will not hit.
Okay. And that is action, bonus action, so that ends Nate's turn.
Very cool. A lot happened there. And he's going to try and do his strength check to get out of this. Oh, 19?
19, yep, that should succeed. Yeah, and if that's a... Hang on, so is that a... No, actually, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Ooh. Okay, I'll roll again. Yeah, no, he's going to miss.
Right,
So
so he
close.
takes that additional 1 point piercing from the trap.
He's staring at you the whole time as he's trying to loosen his foot from the trap.
Yep.
It is clawed on bleeding. He gets another 1 point of damage, yes?
Yep,
So,
correct. Oh, yeah, and he also takes 4 psychic damage from starting turn in my aura.
oh, there you go. It is this cultist's turn. Okay. So he can't move.
Yep. He takes 4 psychic for starting turn in the aura as well.
But he can hit you. I'll just roll again. Nat 1. I got a nat 20 and then I got a nat 1. Fuck. Now he gets disadvantage on ability checks, but this is a saving throw to be out of frightened, yeah?
Wisdom saving throw, yes. So that is just
Straight or
straight roll. Yep.
Okay.
Because it's not a check. It's not an ability check.
14.
14. It's a DC 16, so they fail.
All right, to remember. All right, this guy is going to spiritual weapon as well with his bonus attack. He's going to cast it, and I will stick it. Oof, 7's not going to hit you. We'll make a different color and put it there.
Yep.
With his action, he will make his wisdom save.
Yep.
Oof. Nope. No go for him. This fellow is going to take his scimitar and swing again at you, yelling
That's
out.
a disadvantage, but 18 doesn't hit.
18 doesn't hit anyway. Neither does a 12. 15, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So
he also takes 4 psychic as well for starting his turn in the aura.
Guess what I just read?
What?
They all have dark devotion. The cultists have advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened.
Oh, really?
They do. I did not know that. But we've already done it. So we can't go back. It is your turn.
Alright. Nate is going to shove that cultist that I've highlighted.
Yep, that you're targeting. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So what Nate is wanting to do is use the shove to make the guy prone.
Strength contested against strength or dex. Okay.
Yep.
Well, he is more dexy. But I do have disadvantages from being frightened. Wait, no, he's not frightened. He's not. He's the one that's not.
That one. Oh, that's the one that's not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
you want to
sorry.
do a different one?
Yeah. Sorry, that was my bad. He would then shove that guy.
This guy. Okay.
Yep. And I'm going athletics.
Fails.
17. Okay. So
he is prone.
He's now prone. Okay. So while he is prone, he has 0 movement speed, so he cannot get up. So Nate is going to use his second attack on the one that he's already damaged. He's going to swing. 23 to hit for 7.
That will hit, and he's supposed to fall down dead actually, but he didn't, because I targeted the wrong guy. Boop. Did that work? No, I targeted you. Heal yourself, 7.
Heal myself 7. Okay.
I'm actually targeting him with my cursor, and it's hitting everyone except him. I don't know. There he goes. Heal that guy 7.
Okay. Alright, so bonus action, Nate is going to use the spiritual weapon to attack the fanatic that is now lying prone.
Alright.
And I believe being prone, attack rolls against the creature has advantage.
Yes.
So
Advantage to all melee attack, disadvantage to all range attack, and disadvantage on all attacks.
yep. So advantage roll coming in. 15.
15 hits, yes.
Alright, so he will take 7 force damage.
Okay. And he is like trying to turn his head because he can't move, but you're hitting him anyway as he's grunting.
Yep.
Is that over?
Alright.
This guy broke free of the trap.
So he takes 4 psychic damage for starters, for being starting his turn in the aura. And yes, he can creatures can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
He's gonna make his con save for his thing when he took the 4 damage. Thinking he's gonna take the wisdom save now. 11.
Still fails.
It's not a good day for me rolling. He is right there with ya. Scimitar attack at you. 18. That's
Does not hit.
He's gonna stay because he's a melee. This one is gonna. This is the one that has the spiritual weapon on you.
Yep.
Well, as his bonus to action, he's going to have his spiritual weapon hit you. Which is gonna miss. He's going to try and save from this. 19.
Yep. That succeeds.
Alright. He's still prone because he used his save to shake off this fear that he has of you, but he is still laying low.
Okay.
Your turn.
Alright, so knowing that that guy is prone, Nate is going to swing at that one. That one's going to be at advantage because he is prone.
Yep.
22 to hit for 13.
Yep.
And second attack,
Oh, shit. Yep.
21 to hit for 7.
He is down.
Alright. Bonus action, Nate is going to move the spiritual weapon. Alright, so so that one is just at regular because that guy was not frightened.
13.
So there's a 21 to hit
Yeah, that does it. Yep.
for 7 force damage. And then Nate is going to just move there.
All right.
And that will end his turn.
Okay.
He takes 4 damage from the aura.
That's right. And he's probably going to have to make concentration off of that.
Yep.
Ooh. Nice. He succeeds on holding his shield, which is surprising. He's frightened he can't move, but he can attack.
Yes.
He's gonna, seeing his brother involved, try to do everything he's got on you. And he's gonna fail with a 10. You
Yep.
can't just get that
That's
high
on it.
hit off of you. So that's him.
And he can make that saving throw now to get rid of the frightened.
I will attempt to make the 7th throw. Let's see.
DC 16.
Ooh, no. Not good for me. This little fella Gonna try and target you. Zenathor attack. Ooh, so close and yet so far. That
19
hits.
just hits. Yep.
Take your 5. He's like, leave us alone. And that is it for him. It is your turn.
Nate will go... Because he recognises the name Feral and says, your line would tell us I do not stop. Unless you're willing to surrender and come with me and take you back to town. But he will attack the one that is currently not frightened. $18 to hit for 7 damage.
And as you say that to him and say, I will not stop, you swing down upon him and give him the killing blow.
Alright. Nate will then turn his attention to the one that was being trapped, and he is going to use the try and knock this guy out instead.
Yes.
So he's going to use his second attack to hit, 16 for 10.
16 is going to hit him. He's not knocked out yet. Have to make his con save.
Yep.
14.
Okay. And then bonus action, spiritual weapon. It's going to move into there. And same again, it's going to attack, but not attacking to kill, attacking to render him unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
For a 27 hit?
Yes.
For 9 force damage.
9.
Or...
All right. You needed a 6. So you get him and he's like, no, please, please. And you thunk him on the head. How does your spiritual weapon do it, if you want to, since it is the last guy?
As the spiritual weapon just sort of flips around in the air, so it's the butt end is facing it, and he's just, Nate just kind of uses his hand motion to gesture, and it's just straight on the top of the head, just to render the guy out.
All right. He is out.
Nate will then get his rope out and tie him down.
All right.
Now he would know that Leilon would have places of holding for prisoners and such like that.
That is a very good question, because Leilon doesn't have that. Since you've been there, you've never held any prisoners. So this is definitely a new predicament that you found yourself in.
All right. Because what he was wanting to do is take this guy back into town and allow Griselda to grill him.
Interesting. That is up to you. So you've got him tied up. And as you're looking around, do you wish to loot any of them? You do like your pins.
Yeah, so definitely he'll go grab any pins that are on each of the bodies and secure them on his body count, if you will. But yeah, he'll also just check what's on the bodies. If there's any gold, if there's mundane weapons, he might grab those just to sell them back to Mavina for a few coin. With the multiple tracks, does that line up with 4 cultists?
Yes.
All right.
Give me an investigation as you are looking through this loot to see if you find anything out of the ordinary in their pockets. Ooh, nice.
17.
You find a note for half of the cultists to go to Phandalin and half of the cultists to come here and scope out Leilon.
Okay. Does it give an indication who's set the order, or with the name Feral Eye, I would assume
Feral
that...
Eye Stormsworn is there.
Was that the one that we fought?
That's the one that you fought and supposedly killed on the ship, but left her body and the bodies of others.
Oh, was that the Dreadnought one? Oh, okay, yep.
The half-orc female that had taken over the Dreadnought from Merkel, from Uluran Mortis.
Yep.
And you didn't burn the bodies or anything. You left them on the ship. So you know that you saw her fall.
Okay. All right, so if there's no more, like if all the tracks indicate that there's no more people around, Nate's feeling confident that he doesn't really need to explore too much more at this point. I take it the note doesn't suggest where they're going to be camped?
In Phandalin or here? It doesn't say.
Okay.
For
Phandalin.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So with that, Nate will take his captive back to Leilon, and purposely as he walks through town, he is going to, show the face that he's captured someone along the line, and hopefully it's enough to capture the eyes not only of the town folk but more so of, in a way to just to show the guards. It's kind of like, hey guys, kind of wake up to yourselves. But also, like, if Has happens to be meandering around, he's just going to purposely walk through, and he's going to go directly to the town hall, knowing that the time of day, it's more than likely that Griselda and Valdi is still there.
All right, are you going into the town hall, so I know map-wise, or you do see Gory looking at you in shock as this bloodied cultist is slung over your shoulder, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh my God, Zenathor, you caught? Yeah, I don't know what I mean, they said they might be cultists, but I really didn't believe. You need help? Of course you don't need help. He's looking up. He kind
of gives him like that, kind of like the little, kind of, it's a look of, kind of wake up, kind of like a bit of a, oh, this is your wake up call. It's kind of like, yeah, but he also sort of gives him like that sort of nod, but also kind of a little wink at the same time. And he just, he'll just, he says, no, I've quite got this one. You might want to tell the others there's 3 more bodies up yonder a little bit, and he kind of gives them the location, but he knows they're not going to do anything about it.
Alive, or are they?
Do you see me carrying 3 other bodies?
I mean, I don't know if you. Okay, I was just asking. So yeah, all right, I'll go. And he runs off.
And yeah, he'll he'll directly walk straight into the town hall.
All right. Town hall. As you go into the town hall with your cultist, Griselda sees that her eyes widen and she looks at the cultist and spits. Put him down on the chair there. I don't know why I had Mavina's accent in there. Put him down on the chair there.
Yeah, he'll do, he will put him down on the chair, but he will loosen the binds a little bit to be able to secure him to the chair, so he can't get out of the chair or the bind. He'll also just double check just to make sure he doesn't have any sort of possible hidden weapon or any other kind of
You've taken his dagger. Same thing, dagger, leather armor, 1 gold. You can add 1 gold. And just make a note you have an extra dagger and an extra armor. If you choose to take that, or just leave it on his person, because otherwise
he'll just put it out the way so it's out of reach.
Where'd you find this? I'm doing it again. Where'd you find this one? Griselda says.
Out by the out on the patrol area, as you said, there's a clearing, 4 tracks of footprints in total. I dispatched of 3 of them. Thought this one would be. You wanted information, so rather than hear it from a third party, you can hear it directly from the horse's mouth itself.
Nicely done. We could use the barracks. They have cages up in the tower. I think Gallia was using them to keep creatures, but we can take this creature and store him up there. Let him sit with what he's done for a bit and then start to question him. Does he do any magic, or is he...
Yeah, he attempted to try some magic on me, but wasn't very successful.
We'll keep him bound and gagged then. Valdi can work out some words or something. Well done! I can get Jack to give you an extra, what do you say, 50 gold for your trouble?
No need. Although, and he gets the note out that said, "This is probably a concern."
And Valdi, with her high level of wisdom, would look it over and double take you. What do you think this means?
I did overhear them saying that they were looking for us in particular. Well, I mean, we're the ones that took.
Makes sense.
But if they're doing half at phandalin, half here...
I thought you said she was dead.
I thought she was too, but she fell overboard. So there was no direct confirmation that she was dead.
Someone found her. Someone that has the same abilities like our Marigold here in town.
I mean, if she's aligned with the cult of Talos, and I'm sure they have healers themselves.
You're not very insightful, but you can make an insight roll if you wish to remember anything that you experienced on that ship. Very Zenathor. You say your party went to Phandalin. Maybe they will be able to come back with some news as well. I can try and send a message to the town. Just be wary, if you like.
I mean, if they're sending cultists here and cultists to Phandalin, surely Carbon would appreciate at least a little bit of a heads up.
I can send a raven. And she's going to walk out. Griselda's going to watch her walk out and then look at you and just be quiet for a moment as she's just staring at you. You are a military tactician in your own culture as well. I am an architect and builder, so I will ask your advice as a town member of this council. What do you think we should do from here? Should I recruit some more guards? Should we prepare for an assault?
Thing is, I understand setting half here and half to Phandalin. We don't know what that number is. Could be 10, could be 20, could be 50, could be 100, could be 200. We don't know.
I have a feeling this dragon, who used to be on Leilon's side, a champion for this town, might be looking more and more like a good prospect. If you guys can get there in time, once you get back, convince her and her members of the Scaly Eye to sail down here towards the seas, which is ultimately where Talos, you'd think, will attack from. I would think because, you know, Storm God and also makes sense.
He certainly, like you said earlier today, that what we've done has put him on a setback. I'm sure he would be none too pleased with having a setback as such, and would look to seek his wrath and vengeance on those that caused that. Fear that if we're here in Leilon, as I said, sometimes a reputation can get the better of you. We've probably put a target on Leilon again. So yeah, there is a possibility that not only Leilon may need to prepare for an assault, but so will Phandalin. And my worry is if you don't get the help in time, I don't think you've got enough here to fend. And if we're away sailing to see this dragon, that's bodies that you're missing and swords that you're missing if they do attack.
You can send today and request for more soldiers from Neverwinter. That's how we got Haz and his gang, so we can double up.
And Nate will make no way of hiding this. He just sort of gives Griselda sort of the kind of like at the name of at Haz, he just kind of gives her that look and going, you're this guy, like, oh god.
Doubled Haz.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, They can't all be like him, can they? Don't answer that. Just...
All I will say is, as I was bringing this one into the game, that one of the guards said that they did not believe the rumours.
I'll have a talk. I dread it, but I'll have a talk. Has his back talk me.
You may want to keep an eye on him. If I'm hearing what I'm hearing is true, he might not be as reliable as you think.
He has been hanging out at the inn, harassing the ladies there. I've been making sure he does it on his off time. But I will be keeping an eye on him more.
You may... And he'll approach the table and sort of lean in. And loud enough for Griselda to hear, I want to keep eyes on his room and the fishery.
Don't worry, you can't do what he's doing and not have karma bite your ass.
Oh.
Maybe Leonin can be karma.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being the one that bites.
And you hear
and I don't mean that figuratively either.
You hear the groans of the cultists. All right. Well, I'm going to grab him. I'm going to get some other people to grab him and take him to the tower quickly. Gory! And she yells for Gory to come in. And dwarves are small, but they're very sturdy and stocky, and he lifts them up with no trouble. And Kaz follows him in. Kaz is a human guard, and he is squeezing his hands together. I'm here to talk to Mr. Golden Claw. Mr. Golden Claw. Sir Golden Claw. I'm here to talk to Nick.
And you...
I can wait outside.
It's a private matter, is it?
Yeah. Private, personal.
So he will then turn to Griselda and says, is there anything else you need me to do?
Tell Az to come and save me if you find him.
Okay.
Tell him the Growler is not pleased. Yeah, I'm not stupid.
You want to be where you are today if you were?
Nah. I've had just about enough.
And he'll give the appropriate respects as he exits the room. He would know where Haz's room is in the...
He would. And we'll zoom out. I am not sure where Haz's room is, but I'm sure you would know where Haz's room is. Over here. So if you're going
So is the door somewhat open?
It is unlocked. Yeah, it's usually there. And you've seen he's made his office opulent. I'll drag your ass over. Opulent in the extreme. You don't know where all the funds that he's getting this for his own office are, but he is not in there.
He's not in there? Okay.
He's not.
That's all Nate was more interested in, was kind of like if he was in there or not. Yeah, okay, so he will take note of the lavish office that he's in.
Yes.
And we'll go back outside to have a word with the guard.
Cause is outside the town hall. We could think of mind it. He is, you gave me a lot of gold this morning, and I'm really grateful that you. It's funny that he's saying, "Are we having drinks after work again?" Are we having drinks after gun at work, Judy? Oh, by the way, let's just focus. He says it's about your friend. He has been a little bit harassing and untoward to your friend while you're away.
Which friend?
Stands in mud, but paint.
What
Stands in.
Exactly as he been saying.
He's made some comments about chasing after some tail and went off to look for her. And I laughed with the other guys because I didn't want to give him the idea that I was disgusted, but I came to see you. As soon as Gory told me he would stand outside and wait to get back, and I has his best boss ever, and I thought I'd come to you.
And he's chasing this tail now.
She was at the docks. We were at the fishery. We went to see him about our patrols. He was napping with a bottle. And I thought, I'm sure she could take care of herself, but I don't know if you were on the same team or...
We're on the same team. Thank you, cuz.
You're welcome. It's about 2 hours ago. I haven't...
Convenient, viewing that I was out.
Yeah, I haven't seen him anywhere since. Or her.
And with that, he kind of puts a paw on his shoulder, and that's what I was saying about falling. I gotta go. And
I'll keep a lookout.
Nate will sort of gesture, sort of in affirmative, and will head towards the fishery.
Ooh, yeah.
That's where they said they were last seen.
Yes, it is. As you head toward the fishery. No, you and your... Make a perception. Come on, buddy. No.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna give me a reason for advantage. I was gonna say you are focused, so you're really looking hard out for one thing and one thing only, maybe two, Tar or Has.
Yep.
So you can roll one more time, I know you've got really bad perception. Oh, I almost saw that one. I was like...
It's a 12.
You can see from up high... I'm going to move your token for you.
Mm-hmm.
From the docks, you look down quickly, and where he would usually sleep, he's not there. But you look at the new shrine
Yep.
built for Tyr, and you see a slumped body. And it looks as if it's Has. He's coughing.
So Nate will approach. And probably stay within a reasonable distance.
He is covered in blood with a dagger.
I recognize the dagger.
Would that be perception or investigation? Insight? Insight for familiarity?
Yeah, I mean they're all
They're all pretty bad. Your choice.
Just go inside.
What could go wrong? The dagger with an 8 is covered in blood as well, smeared. Hard to see the handle. To see if it's got a pattern or anything. You're trying to take it in. He's alive, unconscious. Bleeding out.
Is there anyone else around?
No. And the way he's sitting, which the map does not really, it's not very good because of a token and everything, but the way he's sitting, it's behind. So there is an old derelict building here that no one lives in.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a derelict building to the other side of it too. So they have him slumped, kind of not facing the town, but facing up against that column toward this abandoned shack. The door to the house closest here,
Yep.
are you still in? Yeah, is open.
Yep.
You can, with your 8 insight, look around there for any clues and investigate inside there, or you do see some blood splatter to that door.
Okay. So where Has currently is like he's not visible.
He's not visible from this.
From a.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he's where
visible
he's
from
stationed.
this
So
side. Yeah. So,
okay. Okay.
So if I were to put him like, you can't show the pillar in front of him, but yeah, sort of.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yep.
This early direction.
Yep. And there's no one there's no people or anything like this, so this is more of a quiet part of the town. All right. Yeah, Nate will go up to Has, but without touching him. He just wants to sort of, if he thinks who he thinks has done this, he wants to have a look for any claw marks.
Ooh.
Either on Has, on his armor.
Investigation.
Oh, one button. Come on. Oh, come on.
You think you see claw marks? Could be dents, though?
Yeah. Okay.
His sleeve is torn.
A jagged torn or a clean tear?
Almost off. Ripped.
All right.
You smell wine on his breath.
Yeah. So this has probably happened within that 2-hour period. He's bleeding out.
The blood trail to the door is fresh.
I'm going to roll a medicine check. Oh, you're kidding. And that's actually a better roll than anything else. He was going to try and figure out, like, with that amount of time, how much time he possibly would have left if he leaves him in this state with him currently bleeding out. How much time
With
he
a
would
nat
roughly
one,
have.
he looks fine.
Yeah, Nate doesn't, like, he looks fine, but Nate wouldn't believe that because, bleeding out, I mean...
With a nat one, do you think he would look... Are you on the air of negative or are you on the air of positive with your nat one? That depends. So, you're not a medic.
No.
You hear a wagon coming in the distance, but you're not paying attention to it because you're looking fully at him.
Okay. He... Nate's instinct, regardless of whether he thinks who done it and whatnot, he would know that. I'm trying to think actually what he would actually do in this scenario.
There looks to be.
He will quickly have a look at that door first.
You look at the door. It looks to be drag marks going to the shrine. It is wide open. There is a bedroll, candles, a bottle of wine, 2 glasses, and catnip with a ribbon tied around it.
So the drag marks are going from the door to the shrine?
Or from the shrine to the door. You're not really sure, but they are... And you hear the wagon stop. And 2 familiar voices close by. One saying, Gary, I'm just going to stop in the shrine here and then we can go home. Outside, like 2 houses away.
Outside?
Yeah. You know the Shrine of the Thunder, the Shrine of Tears there.
Yep.
You hear Marigold.
So Nate, how far in the building would I be?
That depends on you. You see it from the doorway. If you're going in to look further, you know your mood, Zenathor's mood. Would he look further for anything?
If he hears a voice, I mean, he will recognize the voice.
Yes, you definitely recognize Marigold.
So he will put himself behind the door, out of sight. If the voice that he recognizes is going to the shrine, then he's thinking more than likely they will see Haz and attend to him.
Well, I'm going to say without an insight roll, you know, if you're looking at the map, that Marigold would probably be meaning the Shrine of Lathander.
Oh, right, right, right.
But you can hear her saying it loudly to talk over like townspeople or the wagon of the horses to Gary, who's still sitting in the wagon, which you can't see, but you can hear her talking.
Yep. Is there anything in this abandoned building where he could... Actually, no. No, he won't do that. Oh, he's in a pickle.
Yeah, yes. Should we leave it there?
He's in... What would he do?
I will make a roll while you think, because in reality, it would be kind of like this, where shit's happening. Okay. Very cold. You might wanna come here.
All right, well, yeah, hearing that, Nate will just stop by the door out of sight and just wait.
So you're hiding in the shanty.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Marigold's like that. No, son of a... he's just a bastard. And she's just cussing. Yeah. Yeah. And you hear them talking. And you hear a gasp. And you hear the tiny footfalls. And you know that Marigold's seen him.
Yeah.
You hear the spells outside being cast, the sounds, and say, Gary, go get Griselda, go get somebody at the town hall. And she's going to run to the shrine quickly to get a healer's kit. You have a moment to either book it or think before we end it.
Even Nate's lack of intelligence will tell him if he even tries to book it, there's a chance that he's going to be...
You're in a pickle.
He's gonna...
You could try to make a stealth roll. Get out of there, and I know you're a paladin with a disadvantage, but... What could go wrong?
All right. What? I'm trying to figure out what I may need to roll.
I give you a minute while I drink my coffee.
What would we do in this scenario? Nate Nate will walk out and roughly at the time, he's going to try and time it so that he's walking out at the time Marigold's coming back with the healer's kit, and she's going to see Nate, if that's the case, just do a lay on hands.
All right. So you're kind of looking for Marigold to come out to cue your coming out?
No, so he's going to time it enough so that he's going to walk out a little bit beforehand and just
All right.
put a lay on hands on him to stop the bleeding.
And move your Zenathor where you want to go, because Marigold is going to be coming. And she's like, oh my, oh, Zenathor, you scared the Lathander. You're here. Gary sent you?
No. I was already here. I was I was doing some investigation of found hazards like this, and I just wanted to have a look more around, but I'm just trying to stop the bleeding.
I didn't even see you when I came up with Garrett pointed at he didn't say you were here. And you know what happened?
I don't know. I just walking, looking around, and found house like this.
You don't seem too worried. You think he was attacked by... Do you think someone's still nearby that just ambushed him? Should we...
That's why I had a look around, just to see if there was anyone still around.
I'm gonna roll insight. I'm assuming you're gonna roll deception. Okay. Marigold has a 6. Oh. She's looking at, you have not touched Haz until just now. Yes. So when you were looking at him with your medicine check, you weren't touching him?
No, he has not touched Haz at all at any stage between finding him to now.
So the dagger is still in him.
Yep.
He's stabilized. We're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to somehow get this weapon out of him and mend him a bit and take all this evidence to the town hall. And she's only got a 6 insight. I guess you'll probably have to come with me. She's looking around for any tracks, and with a 3, she finds nothing. Or do you want to look around further while I get some people to get him to the shrine of Lathander to heal him some more? Maybe help me carry him, and he can tell us...
I can help you carry him, Marigold. That's...
You know, if we can get him conscious, he can tell us everything, and we can find out who did this, so they can be punished.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we should leave it.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good dun dun dun.
Yep. Yeah, the auntie cliffhanger.
I like leaving you in this bind where you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Because that's where I left Ema, like, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing, I'm trying to think of what Nate would do and not what I would do.
What would you do? I'm going to turn this off.